guys, it's Hospitality Crafter. Today I do my record from Nottingham, and I will be telling something more about the coffee. Coffee, like the hot beverage drink, became in the world in the 15th century, and the originally country which is come from is the Ethiopia. In the Ethiopia was almost like the just plains. The sheep and the cows which was eating as well was look like they are more bruising, got more energy. So this is became like this drink was have the caffeine as well. The country we will start to drink coffee wasn't Ethiopia, was Yemen in the Saudi Arabia. So this is basically where the coffee will start to be more popular. Coffee to the Europe was come in the 17th century, and the first country which just became the name of coffee was Dutch as well, but wasn't sound really like the British, so British will start to pronounce like coffee. Coffee, like the general production of the world, 30% of all is making in Brazil. Coffee is very popular, or the most popular hot beverage drink on the world, even beating the tea, because in coffee you have the caffeine. After the caffeine you start feel like the more energetic, more energizing, and basically usually you're starting a day from cup of coffee as well. We have like a few different styles of the coffee. Start from ristretto. Ristretto is a hot beverage drink served in Italy. Is the half-long shot of espresso. It's just only the strongest part of the coffee with almost just the caffeine. Is the very small cup which usually you drink with the water. And when in Italy serve you drink like espresso or ristretto with water, it's not because you're adding the water into your coffee. You just only taking coffee on the first as well to clear your mouth, because the coffee taste is very important. Coffee taste will be a little bit like the bitter, and have two different kind of coffee. One of them is the Robusta, and the second one is the Arabica. Sometimes it can be blended. Expensive coffee on the world is the coffee from Indonesia, which is making by Cives cats. This cat is eating the coffee beans and is the digestive out, and this coffee is basically absolutely amazing by the minerals. And I know that this sounds weird as well, because how the coffee can be so nice, which just became from the little cat's poo as well, but it's absolutely true. The coffee is so expensive, can cost even like a few hundreds pounds per 100 grams of this coffee. Like I say, the coffee, 30% of the world market is made in the Brazil, but we also have like the South Asia, can have coffee from the Saudi Arabia, and we also do coffee in almost right now 70 countries in the world. And like I say on beginning, in Italy we have like you have like the ristretto and espresso. When the Italian people came over to United States in 19th century, for American coffee was like espresso, ristretto was little bit too strong. Then put warm water into the coffee and make the Americano. British like more drinks coffee, like the set of coffee with the hot or the cold milk separate, which is also called like the white coffee. Also, more trend popular drinks on the world will be like the latte or cappuccino. In the cappuccino, you've got like the 2 shots of the espresso and the milk foam which is going on the top. In latte, you've got hot milk, and you're putting like the 1 shot or 2 shot espresso, independent of your menu, how you need to using and how is your recipe. Coffee into the hot milk as well. Also, coffee drinking in the like Saudi Arabic will be literally be different like is drinking in Europe, because almost people don't know when you're drinking cold drinks when it's warm, you're not even feeling that you're cooling down as well. because you still like start sweating the water, which is cold, because your body need to be reheat again. So this is why in the Saudi Arabia the coffee is drinking warm even when it's very hot, and the people like to drinking hot stuff because them sweating less and drinking also less. Is make you hot drinks in the very hot country that you not thirsty straight away. Also today I will be show you and present how to make a nice latte art. So right now I promise as well, we do some practice with the latte art. Always very important is when you make coffee, make sure as well, independent which coffee machine you've got, that you've got enough the hot temperature of the water, that you have the good level of the bars to make the proper nice milk. I already checked before as well, everything is absolutely spot on. So guys, we start to practice. Make sure that your bar is fully equipped with all of the coffee stuff, that you have the coffee into your grinder, that your grinder also working properly. You know that different temperature, different like the air, make you also a different grain. So always remember that every single coffee need to have a nice crema, and crema became as well like the little bit bubbles. Not usually like the brown color, but sometimes can be look like a little bit more brownish. Right now I present you how to make the proper latte art. So we make a double shot of espresso. Always remember, put your tumbler, little bit squeeze. You need to clear everything what is on the top, to make sure that it's not gone into your coffee. Then you need to take some hot water out, because if you're using before, it's also some coffee can be on the top. That's first of all change taste of your coffee, and second one, some of the old wastage grain can drop into your new coffee as well. So we make sure that it's dropping in. A second very important stuff that almost people can forget as well, that temperature of the coffee is very important. So when you're making like the coffee, your coffee cups need to be also a little bit warm up. So when you put the warm coffee into, for example, the cold cup, you can easily lose your temperature straight away. So if you put a little bit hot water into before you make it, make sure that your coffee cup is warm ready. It's literally a few seconds and it's let it be warmer. Then we make it like the double shot of espresso. Just need to be slightly longish. Absolutely perfect. So you can see how it looks nice, the crema in the coffee. Right now, quite and basically very important is also which milk you're using, and if it's the more fat milks, you can play literally be a little bit more, because you can make like the nice silk styles of the milk, which will be basically going well to make your latte art coffee. And we're putting on the jar. Always remember not too much. If you're making like the one coffee, it should to be around 100, 120, not more milliliters of the milk. Then you're taking little bit foam out as well, to also check that there's nothing sticky. It's always very, very important to clear after when you use once. And then when you're making the milk needs to walk around into your jar to make very nice silky styles. If you don't have nothing like the prop as well to drop to check that your milk reach the current temperature, very important is judging by basically your hands. If you not sure that your coffee is ready, and if you not can hold basically your jar longest, the milk will be ready as well, guys. Mine is absolutely perfect. So right now we have nice silky milk. Always remember, if you've got any, like the loads of the bubbles of the air, is no good also when you do the latte art. So you need to take, and basically by putting down, roll again, putting down, roll again, and putting down, you're basically taking the air out. And right now, this is where the magic happened. So basically, I take a little bit out from the phone. I'll show you how to make the nice rosette. Yeah, and this is the first example of the rosette into the coffee. I don't know, that light is probably a little bit too brightly, so I need to move a little bit myself to show you how it looks the rosette into my coffee. Nice little rosette on the middle. Right now I also show you how to more simple, because you know everything you need to practice. If you're making like the hundreds different coffee, different latte arts, is everything became by the practice. Because when you're making your latte art, your milk need to be all the go around into your jar that you can start painting. If you don't have ready the skills and you have the nice milk, you can make like the literally be a few different also nice latte art stuff. So I also show you how to make it. And right now I show you how to make like the nice proper flour. So we have the coffee again. We need to clear a stop. Take all water out. Put quite hard. Then coffee mug. Make sure that it's warm up. On the time when you make the warm, we make another milk. Right now with a little bit less foam. Not like on the first one in latte art. This one is also classified like latte art. Like I say, you need to have a little bit less practice to make this a nice flour. Always remember that a milk needs to all go around. I can even show you. Milk is ready. We can even take a little bit out from the top. Right now take hot water out. Double espresso. Right now we're putting just milk on the middle, and we're doing quite slowly, just as milk is not starting to paint too much into a smack. It's nearly all to the top. Perfecto. Right now we need to take like the spoon and put some nice milk foam on the first middle, and then all going around. I need to move a little bit my coffee mugs to make sure that I cover every single part of round of this mug. Right now we have like the toothpick, and we start painting down as coffee, then we start to painting all the around, from the back to the middle, from the end to the middle. And right now from the middle to the back. Make a nice flower, guys. So of course enjoy your coffee, and I will be also show you a few interesting coffee places in Nottingham around. So guys, last few seconds from the Nottingham city center. Always remember, you have a different blend of the coffee. You can have like the your favorite coffee chain. For example, I don't want to really give name, but like Starbucks or Costa. But it's always remember always to find the best product and the best quality, the best like you can have as well. Always remember, guys, always the same, hospitality crafter. Cheers and enjoy your coffee, guys. Hello guys, my name is Marcin Koser and I'm hospitality crafter.